Hey bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we are continuing our Argan Rose theme with a gorgeous Argan Rose cleansing conditioner. The cleansing part of this cleansing conditioner comes from a new to the blog amphoteric surfactant called Sodium Cocoamphoacetate. The inclusion of this amphoteric surfactant at just 4% takes this from conditioner to cleansing conditioner, so you can use just this one product to both cleanse and condition your hair. The conditioning part of this conditioner comes from two of my favorite conditioning ingredients. BTMS 50 contains 50%, that's what the 50 is for, pentramonium methosulfate, that's what the BTMS stands for, and it is not only a fabulous conditioning ingredient that just makes my hair feel absolutely amazing, but it is also our emulsifier. Further amping up the conditioning from the BTMS 50 is some Polyquaternium 7, which I am so in love with how this makes skin and hair feel, guys. It's gorgeous, and if you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it, and with an added benefit of it doesn't smell like fish, like some of the other quats like honey quat or pentramonium chloride do. I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear there's some argan oil in our oil phase along with some daikon seed extract. Daikon seed extract is a lightweight oil-soluble emollient derived from the seeds of the daikon radish. Argan from Le Fille de la Mer and Cheryl from Mist Oil Soapery introduced me to this ingredient, and I know Argan uses daikon seed extract in her conditioners sometimes, so I thought I would give it a try here, and I really like it. If you're looking for substitutions for the daikon seed extract or really anything else, please make sure you are reading the blog post linked in the description box below. There's a lot more information there, including lots of information on not only substitutions, but scaling, shelf life, where to buy ingredients, and a whole lot more. So please make sure you are reading that as well. It's a very worthwhile click. The making part of this is really just like lotion. So if you've ever made a lotion before, you'll have no troubles whipping this up. To use a cleansing conditioner, what you're going to want to do is dispense a pretty generous amount of product into your palm and work it into your hair from roots to tips. I usually do that at the beginning of a shower. I'll leave it in there, and then I'll do my other things. I'll loofah up and I'll shave my legs and whatnot, and then I'll rinse it out at the end. And I like to do a little bit of a squeak test, just kind of pinch a bit of hair and give it a little sharp pull, and if you hear a little eek, then you know that it has rinsed out beautifully and that your hair is nice and clean. If you have thick and or long hair, you will find that you go through cleansing conditioner really quickly, so I recommend making this at least 100 grams at a time. I find that a 100 gram batch of this cleansing conditioner is maybe 2 washes for my hair. Okay, I think that's enough for the preamble. Please make sure you're reading the blog post, but let's go make some cleansing conditioner. We'll begin by combining the ingredients for our heated water phase and our heated oil phase in 2 separate heat-resistant glass measuring cups. So in this measuring cup, we already have 95.15 grams of distilled water. To that, we're going to add 66 grams rose hydrosol, 4.4 grams powdered panthenol, 4.4 grams sodium lactate, and 8.8 grams sodium cocoamphoacetate. And if you need substitutions, please make sure you're reading the blog post linked in the description box below. For the oil phase, you'll need 7.7 grams BTMS 50, 4.4 grams cetearyl alcohol, 11 grams argan oil, and 6.6 grams daikon seed extract. Before we proceed, we're going to weigh the water phase as is and note that weight. This will allow us to top up the water phase after it's been heated. To heat everything through, we're going to use a water bath. So this is a wide, flat bottom saute pan with about 1 inch or 1 centimeter of water in the bottom of it. And I'm going to go put this on the stovetop over medium heat for about half an hour until everything has heated up and melted through. Once everything has heated through and melted, you can remove your water bath from the heat and then remove your measuring cups from the water bath. Before we proceed, we're just going to top off the water phase back to that amount we wrote down earlier using some preheated distilled water. So we'll pour the water phase into the oil phase, give that a stir, and then we're going to grab our immersion blender here and blend this together. Okay, so that was about 4 minutes of blending. Make sure you are doing short bursts for the first little while until you can do a full blend without spraying hot lotion everywhere. Kind of how long you'll need to do that is going to be dependent on how big your measuring cup is and how big your batch size is. But yeah, so that was about 4 minutes of blending, and I'm gonna leave this to cool down for a while and then come back and blend it some more. All right, so I left that to cool for 5 minutes. You can see we're starting to get some awesome, gorgeous thickening going on top here. So we're gonna give this another blend. All right, so that was about another 2 minutes of blending, and you can see that this has really thickened up a lot and is just looking absolutely gorgeous. It's still pretty warm though, so we are going to leave it to cool some more and then come back and blend it some more. All right, it's been another 5 minutes. Oh, this is looking absolutely decadent. I'm gonna give this another blend. I can feel that it is starting to cool down quite a lot as well, which is great. Okay, so that was about another 2 minutes of blending. I just want to point out two things that might not have been obvious in the fast forward bit. The first is that I'm not angling the blender, I'm angling everything. And I'm doing that just so that you can see more than just the top of my hand here. But I do like to keep the blender flat on the bottom of the measuring cup so that we decrease the chances of incorporating a bunch of air. And then when you see me pick it up and put it back down, I have the blender off for that. So I'm kind of doing that to just plunge down some of the stuff on the side and whatnot, but I'm not pumping the mixer up and down while it's on. And I'm also trying not to do it very vigorously with it on or off. It's just like a lift up and a press down and then a blend again. I'm now going to weigh out our cool down phase. We'll be weighing our cool down phase out into this small dish on this more precise scale than the one that you saw earlier, because we need things in more precise amounts, and this scale has 2 decimal points instead of 1. So we're going to need 1.5 grams of Polyquaternium 7, 1.1 grams liquid germall plus, 6.6 grams hydrolyzed quinoa protein, and 0.55 grams lemon slices fragrance oil or lemon essential oil. All right, so I've left the conditioner until it feels cool to the touch. I've been kind of coming back and giving it a bit of a stir and a check every 5 or so minutes until it has reached kind of our desired temperature. So now we are going to add a little bit of it to our cool down phase and then whisk to combine. And then transfer that back to the parent batch once it's nice and smooth. And with that done, it's time to package it up. To package this cleansing conditioner, I've got 2 of these 120 milliliter squeezy tottles. So that's sort of a squish up of tube plus bottle, because it fills like a bottle, but it sort of squeezes and dispenses like a tube. I'm gonna pop them into a beaker here to hold them upright. And then I've got a funnel to keep things going where we want them to go. For a bit of decoration, I'm going to apply some washi tape. This fun geometric one is from Muji. I wanted to do a little demo of what kind of happens when you whip this up with a bit of water, which is generally speaking not much at all, just so you know what you're in for. So you can see that this is not super thick. It does move a bit in that tipped bowl here, but we're gonna add a little bit of water and then we're gonna whisk it up. You can see it really doesn't lather up like a shampoo or anything. It just kind of becomes a thinner conditioner. That is totally normal and 100% what we are looking for. And there we go. We just made a beautiful Argan Rose cleansing conditioner. For more information about this formulation, please make sure you are reading the partner blog post, which is linked in the description box below this video. There you'll find the full formulation written out with a lot more information about it, including links to places to buy all the ingredients, information on substitutions, scaling, shelf life, encyclopedia entries for all of the ingredients we've used, and a whole lot more. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.